Here's an American Family News update for you. I'm Bronson Woodruff. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu defended Israel's ongoing war against Gaza's Hamas terrorists and condemned American protesters in a scathing speech to Congress today. It's on dozens of Democrats refusing to go. Here's some of what he had to say.
It's amazing, absolutely amazing. Some of these protesters hold up signs proclaiming gays for Gaza. They might as well hold up signs saying chickens for KFC. When the tyrants of Tehran, who hang gays from cranes and murder women for not covering their hair, are praising, promoting, and funding you, you have officially become Iran's useful idiots. It's not only the campus protesters who get it wrong, it's also the people who run those campuses. My friends, in the Middle East, Iran is virtually behind all the terrorism, all the turmoil, all the chaos, all the killing. The ICC prosecutor accuses Israel of deliberately targeting civilians. What in God's green earth is he talking about? The IDF has dropped millions of flyers, sent millions of text messages, made hundreds of thousands of phone calls to get Palestinian civilians out of harm's way. But at the same time, Hamas does everything in its power to put Palestinian civilians in harm's way.
9 months into the war in Gaza, Netanyahu vowed to press on with the war until, quote, total victory. He also sought to bolster U.S. support for his country's fight against Hamas and other Iran-backed terrorist groups, and he bitterly condemned widespread opposition in the United States to the war. FBI Director Christopher Wray testified before the House Judiciary Committee today. He told congressional lawmakers that just hours before opening fire, the gunman in the attempted assassination of Donald Trump flew a drone roughly 200 yards from the rally stage where the Republican former president would later stand, viewing and live streaming the drone's footage. The FBI recovered that drone and a controller from the car of the 20-year-old shooter Thomas Matthew Crook. They say they are analyzing it as agents investigate his background and motive. Wray's testimony today represents his most detailed comments to date about the July 13th shooting in Butler, Pennsylvania. A former Kentucky County clerk who refused to issue marriage licenses to same-sex couples a decade ago is appealing a ruling ordering her to pay thousands in attorney fees. The appeal filed by attorneys for Kim Davis in federal court argues that the landmark Obergefell ruling in 2015 should be overturned. Davis objected to same-sex marriage on religious grounds and was briefly jailed. A federal judge ruled in January that Davis, who is the former Rowan County clerk, must pay $260,000 in fees to attorneys who represented a couple who sought a license from her office. Attorneys from the group The Liberty Council filed a brief Monday asking the Sixth Circuit U.S. Court of Appeals in Cincinnati to overturn that ruling. The Arkansas Supreme Court on Tuesday night ordered the state to begin counting signatures submitted in favor of putting a pro-abortion measure on the ballot, but only ones collected by volunteers for the proposal's campaign. The one-page order from the majority conservative court left uncertainty about the future of the proposed ballot measure. There is a lawsuit against the state's rejection of petitions for that measure to go forward. Justices stopped short of ruling on whether to allow for that lawsuit. And that'll do it for this American Family News Update. Thanks for watching. I'm Bronson Woodruff.